Hey, hello, welcome back. Thank you for coming to watch another one of my videos. Just earlier today, I did my first video for the channel, the open house from Corpse Pile. I felt so good about my setup right out the gate. I mean, obviously there are things I could improve on as far as lighting, and I could stay to get a better microphone at some point. I'm rocking like a 7-year-old blue snowball ice microphone I bought at some point in college for just PC gaming. Could do better in that regard, but I feel like otherwise I haven't had too many snacks, so I just wanted to dive right into another game I got off of itch.io, Siren with a cryptid created by Trevor Henderson. The developer, Modus Interactive, I believe, has done quite a few cool little indie games, and I just wanted to check this one out for myself after seeing a good handful of people playing this on YouTube. So let's just get into this one now. Just gonna make sure it's actually doing it right. Okay. This one's been a little finicky with me as far as capturing, so you'll have to bear with me. Just gonna do it one more time. Okay. Looks like it's working. Don't want anything funny to happen. So my understanding is that this was actually created for a Halloween PS1 game jam. Okay, so right mouse bumper is to interact. What was that? My old Forest Service truck. Oh, I don't want to work for the Forest Service so bad. Really should get it washed. So yeah, it sounds like this was created for a game jam, a PS1 themed game jam, and you can just tell right out the gate how it has like this low resolution textures, it's like these low poly models. Definitely evokes that PS1 era aesthetic. And I'm really glad to see that being treated as an aesthetic nowadays because I feel like, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 years or so ago, it definitely felt like the mindset was just ugly early 3D graphics that we were more than eager to get away from as we got into higher polygon counts and stuff. But instead, I feel like past few years, 5 years at max, it feels like people have started to actually embrace this as an aesthetic, which is great because I think it looks really cool when done right. There's like another game that I saw people LPing a couple years ago. God, I forget what it's called, but it had the similar low poly count graphics. And that looked really cool, and I thought that was done really well, and I think this out the gate looks like another example of using that as an aesthetic. A hiker was reported missing. I was sent here to look around for them. Hopefully they're not hurt. I hope so too. So basically I'm a forest ranger. That's actually really awesome because that is something I've always wanted to do. Right. Whoa. Okay. Oh. The sun's like actually setting, and I feel the need to raise my voice because I don't know how loud this is going to be in the recording. Maybe it belongs to a hiker, but why leave it behind? Dude, the sun setting is like actually tripping me up a bit. It is going down, right? I'm not crazy? Yeah, it's definitely going down. Is that bad? Is that like a time limit? Okay, maybe I should hurry. So, I believe the creature designer, is pretty prolific at doing this sort of thing, and his Instagram, I believe, was on the title screen. You should definitely check that out because I think he has a lot of awesome designs on there. Scrap of a shirt, looks like there was a struggle. Scratch marks, these weren't made by any animal I know of. He is a forest ranger. You think he would be an expert on the animals you might encounter out in the wild. More strange scratch marks. Okay. Bush. Okay. Is there a jump? No. Just gotta walk over these ledges. Doesn't really... Scratch marks. They're scratch marks. Oh, yeah. Because I did read a little bit about the cryptid, and I guess generally they tend to have very long limbs that can stretch all the way down to the ground. So maybe those scratch marks are just from it walking. Who knows? This looks not good. Is that a teddy bear? Why am I not getting a description? Okay, so that's clearly a... Okay. That's definitely unnerving. We're just gonna go around. Oh, I like the... That is unpleasant. You know, I watched this, but having this actually coming through my earbuds and stuff, which I think are reasonably decent earbuds, definitely a lot more unnerving. What a cool concept, though. Like, honestly, just using like one of those ubiquitous source of anxiety that we all experience. Okay, it's kind of slow though. Whoa. Okay, let's get to the car. Let's get to the car, because I want to talk about that. Okay, so I don't have to do anything, just run up to the car. So that's my car starting, my truck starting, we're getting out of here. Okay, we did not get out of here, evidently. I have seen like a game over screen before from someone not booking it fast enough, taking too long to look back and look at the monster, the Siren head. So maybe that's just the result of you taking too long. But I feel like that was different. The animation is slightly different than what I saw. So maybe it does have very slightly different angles it'll show you getting killed from, depending on how long you took to get back to your car. Yeah, I noticed there he was like it sounded like he was stringing together sounds of like a person in pain. And I heard one thing that Siren heads will do is actually like mimic the voices of their victims, which is super like metal and cool and shit. So I wonder if that was just someone that he had killed. I mean, it doesn't really serve the purpose I'd read in the description that he does that to lure people to him, because in that case, you know, it's just more scary, daunting noise. I'm not going to run toward him for that. But in this case, it definitely helps set the tone and makes him even more unnerving, and if anything, makes me want to run away more. I think I want to do this one or two more times. I want to see what this looks like. I want to see what dying to him looks like if I actually get caught by him out the gate. But so far this is, I mean, obviously this is super short, linear experience, but I still think it's really cool. I do think a big part of checking it out is just the aesthetic. I like this. I feel like I'm doing like a nice, cool cinematic shot of the birds as they fly by. I should be a camera guy. Okay. I mean, I guess I should just ignore all of these. We've all seen them before at this point. Just gonna run on by. We just gonna get to the end. And I think, so this was created for a Game Jam Halloween 2018, and I think the itch.io page said that there was an update September 2019, so I don't know if this is still being updated by the developer, or if they've kind of moved on to other things, and this has just recently kind of gotten some attention among LPers. Oh, you know what? Maybe I have to interact with it. I have to get back to the truck. Oh, and there he is. Okay. Hello. Yeah, let's get up and personal. I like the screen effect. You can just walk. So maybe he doesn't actually do anything. Yeah, I think it doesn't do anything until it gets to that specific tone in the, I guess, Amber Alert noise. Right, I died. Alright, so let's do it one more time. This time I'm going to book it there and book it back and not die, is the hope. I want to see at least one successful, partly because I need to beat it. I need to say that I beat it. Siren Head. Trevor Henderson, again, is the creature designer. Start. Alright, let's do this. There's my truck. Alright, let's book it back. I wonder if like the time of day has anything to do with it, because it does look like the sun is setting while you're playing. Let's get that shot one more time. That's pretty cool. I do feel like it's obviously a very short experience, but it's kind of worth it just for those few moments, especially experiencing for the first time. Like, I feel like I'm not getting it quite as much. I'm not being as expressive as if as I would have been if I had not already watched at least one LP of this. But yeah, I imagine if I'd gone into this completely blind, I would have been like, whoa, that's a real cool shot with the air raid siren and the birds flying out of the forest. Then seeing this and turning around and seeing Big Spooky Boy. There's Big Spooky Boy. Now we're just going to run on past. This is a speed run now. These are my speed strats. Okay. Freaky effects. So this time we're not going to look back. Gonna ignore it. Don't pay attention to the scary noises. I don't like that. Scary woods. But I do really, really love this aesthetic. And if you know more games specifically with this aesthetic, and I know there was one I was trying to remember earlier, Para something. I could be crazy. But let's get out of here. But be sure to give me your game recommendations. Okay. We get to the car. I think this time we're not going to die because I got here a lot faster. Maybe that's the only difference. That sure sounded like me taking off. But I still heard, like, screams. Like, I heard some agonized noises there. Yeah, so I think when I watched Markiplier's LP, he had pointed out those noises, but I wasn't sure why there were any noises like that when it sounded like the player got away. But now, because in my first run through that, I noticed how the Siren Head was making some kind of agonized human noises. I wonder if that was actually him as I'm taking off in the car. Maybe it's even just like the same cycle of audio, and just if you get to the car and with enough time to escape, then you hear it as you're leaving. Whereas in my first run, I was taking so much time getting back to the car just for fun that I heard it just as I was just walking back to the car still. So yeah, that's Siren Head. Get it off of itch.io. I'll have the link in the description. I think it's a pretty cool experience for how short it is. It's definitely worth it for those few key moments. Not really much to it in terms of gameplay, but I think the cryptid is itself like worth getting to the end of it. And geez, like I almost like should tell you not to watch this video just so you can experience it yourself blind. But if you've already watched this, then it's too late for that. But yeah, thanks for checking this video out. Right now I'm planning 1 to 2 videos per week, uploading. I don't really know what specific dates yet, like Monday, Friday, or Monday, Thursday, or something like that probably would make sense in the afternoon. So if you enjoy these kinds of videos, I would recommend subscribing because these are very much the kind of games that I want to play. I know it's like the most crowded market for Let's Plays. Like all the top LPers that have been doing this stuff have been doing it for like 10 plus years now. Like I'm pretty sure PewDiePie was getting into this stuff when I was still in high school, and now I'm 27. So it's probably a stupid thing to want to go into, but you know, I'm doing this more for fun as a hobby. I have all this stuff that I've accumulated over the years for various like purposes, like I have a webcam that I had just for playing with my brothers. Same for the microphone. I got it primarily for playing with my brothers, and I have tried streaming and stuff with them in the past. And I even did like try doing horror LPs like with Slender and SCP Containment Breach when I was in high school, but that was like, yeah, I didn't even have like a gaming PC back then, and I was doing like built-in webcam, built-in microphone, everything. And it's not like I have great stuff now, but it's better than it used to be. And I don't know, it just sounds fun, like tinkering, like collecting new equipment and messing around with the setup and stuff. So if you have input on that, I would also very much appreciate it. So again, subscribe, stay tuned for another video, and thank you for checking this one out.